Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today I am going to show you how I decorate my Christmas tree. You don't have to do it the same way. I've got a bit of OCD, so I like my things to be spaced out evenly. I also always choose a color theme, so I like to have 2 or 3 colors, no more than 4 in my Christmas tree. So this year I am doing purple, silver and lime green. As you can see, I have already started on it because if I had to video it all, it would just take all day. So, but I explained to you how I have done it. So obviously, first of all, you need your tree. Mine is Colorado spruce, 7 foot tall. You can buy pre-lit trees. I done lights on my tree myself, which took me forever, but it is now like pre-lit tree. People ask me why didn't I just buy a tree with lights on it already, and the reason is because, well, all the trees that I have seen that are pre-lit have warm white lights, and I like my lights, you know, that really bright cool white, especially with purples. I think it looks better. So you put your lights on first, and then you should really put a topper. I still don't have a topper because I haven't decided yet what I want as my topper. I have one of these silver bowls which I just bought in a, what was it, in the range, which is home store that has quite cheap stuff in, and this wasn't very expensive, so I might put that, or I might make a bowl out of my deco mesh. So as you can see, I have deco mesh on my tree, and you can put the deco mesh in different ways. You can go sort of diagonally, you can go in a zigzag, or you can go down, or you can just go randomly. It's up to you. I went all the way down, so I looked where the front of my tree is, and because my door is over there, so when you walk in, that is the front of my tree. So I started with that, and then I went off to the sides. So I've got 5 of these garlands in total. Okay, so I have used, I think this is 20-inch deco mesh, which has silver, with silver metallic thread, because you can get them without any metallic. And then I have bought, this is like a sparkly tulle, and this is I think 6 inches, so I bought it in purple and like a cerise pink. And what I did, I show you how I did my swags, how I started off. So you take your deco mesh, on one side of it I put the purple, on one side of it pink. You start from about here because you are going to make like a balloon, bend it, and you make like a first path, and that's how I attached it to the top. And how I attach it is basically you take one of the branches and you wrap it round. Now I've got a problem with this tree because the ends of my tree are true to life looking, so they don't bend so well. So in some places I had to attach it with a wire. But most of it, if you push it right in, because the other branches inside are much more bendy, then that was fine. So I basically, let me show you actually. Just show you here. And then you hold it quite taut, gather it again, puff it up, just make sure that your puffs are the same color, and again attach it to your tree with a branch, and you go like this down your tree. So it's really, really easy. It looks so intricate and lovely, but it is the easiest thing. And I think deco mesh ribbons add such drama to your tree. And also, if your tree is, you know, if you've got an old tree and it's a bit patchy and it's got some holes, this is a fabulous way to cover all that. So let me take that off because I don't think I'm going to be putting any more mesh on my tree, but you never know. Okay, so that's what I did first. Sorry, I've got Louis here trying to eat my ribbon. Then I've got, because I have some lime green as well, so I wanted to incorporate some green. I have just this organza ribbon, I don't know how, this one is 50 millimeters, 20 meters poly with wired edges. And as you can see, after I've done my garlands, then I went on the side ones and I just rubbed them around just to add a bit of green. I didn't do it on that one, you don't have to do it on all of them. What I did on that one instead is put these beads. And these beads are just like a big row of beads. And all I did is again went like this and attach the beads. You just wrap it around each branch. So that's for the garland. Now I like to work in areas. So what I did first is put those big flowers, and these are just like sparkly flowers on clips. And as you can see, where the garland is pinched, that's where I've put a few of them. I've got also purple ones. So I just scattered them, but in some sort of pattern. And then I started putting on my bubbles. And what I did first is I started with this. So I've made like a triple decoration. And let me show you here with the smaller ones. I basically took 3 bubbles, I put chenille pipe cleaner through them, twist it, and then attach it like this to the branch. It gives like a nice focal point, and as you can see, I sort of work in triangles. And honestly, you don't have to do it that way. You know, I sometimes wish that I could just plonk things any old how and be happy, but it actually gives me physical discomfort when things are not the way I want them to be. So I've started with this one sort of in the middle, then I went down here, then I have them again here, and I've got 3 here. And then once I've have that, I should really take these off so they are not confusing you. So I hope you can see the pattern, how I've got these. Okay, so they were like my biggest bowl. I wish I had bigger ones, but I just pulled out what I've got. So then I started with smaller bowls and I did it in the same color. It's nice if they have all different patterns and different finishes. And then if you look, I started to place them in between the big triangle. So you have the big triangle here, and I want it like sort of in the middle of that. So I work in patterns. So I put like my biggest focal points on first. Okay, and then as you can see, I've put one here, and then in the middle of that triangle, one here, and then one down there. So I stand back so you can see the pattern hopefully. But like I said again, you don't have to do it that way. I just like things to be quite orderly and symmetrical. So from there on, you can just do whatever. You could start filling up inside the tree, because I think it's quite nice when you've got gaps to have things inside the tree. Or you could start hanging some nicer special pieces like this on branches that stick out. So because you want these long ones to be visible and hang. So for example, I could hang one here. I could hang one here because I've got a nice big space when that can hang. Then I can put one here, and so on. So now, as you see, we've got this area to fill up. I think it's just much easier if you make yourself these spaces, these areas, then you can work in a pattern. So what I will do now, I will go round and put my long hanging bits, and then I come back and show you some more. Okay, now because I've got so many ribbons, and I've got also this, I think this is just 5-inch. It's a glitter tulle, you know, tulle that you make tutus from. And all this stuff I purchased on eBay. There is so much different ribbons, or garden centers, anything like this. And any places like this will sell similar stuff. So what I'm thinking is to put these together and maybe stick them just in small places somewhere in between. That way I will fill up again more bold spaces, but that might change. I don't know. It's not like I decorated this tree, took it all off, and I know I'm doing. It's just trial and error. So I put bits on it, I stand back, I see if I like it. If I like it, I leave it. If I don't, I change it. So for example, I could stick this here, and I'm again wrapping the branch around it. Puff it up a bit and attach it with another branch there. And I think with this one you can just go in any pattern. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I will put it all on and I see how it looks. If I like it, then I will carry on. Okay, so I walk you through the next step, because what I've decided to do is take this ribbon, which has the corresponding colors, purples, greens and pinks, and this glitter tulle, and I'm going to fill in, sort of going in zigzag fashion, these spaces only at the front. I'm not going to do the back. In fact, I only put my nicest things at the front where people can see it, and in the back I put baubles that I don't like, just so there is something there. So I will finish that, and then I come back and we will be hanging more decoration. Okay, so the next stage, I finished with that ribbon in the middle, and I just hang everywhere these can you see them? These longer bits on the branches that sticking right out. And I did it all in one color, so you work in colors. So we've started with the 3 main colors, then I started with all the purples. Now I will place some silver baubles where I can see spaces, and then the green ones. If you see that your bauble when you hang it is too long, and sits awkwardly like this, just cut this off and put a pipe cleaner through and tie it really closely to the branch. So I also have some of these fillers, and you can just, oops, poke them anywhere in a tree. I've put one here, then I have some silver ones that I've pushed in the back. So just to fill up your empty spaces. And now basically I'm just looking around where I can put more stuff. Because for me, more is more at Christmas. I like my tree to look really, really full. So there is lots of things to look at. Okay, so my topper is done. It's huge. There it is. I've made it from the DECO mesh and all the ribbon, and I put some baubles, cluster of baubles in it. So that's the finished project. I think that doesn't mean that I'm not going to go and add more stuff to it, but I am quite happy with it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.